I grabbed 3 more boxes from Mount Doom, and we're going to go through them today. Sit down with me as we peel away the clutter. I continue to chip away at all of the stuff that is in my house. I have too much stuff, including a laundry room full of boxes. See here. I brought 3 more into the living room, and then there's one that's still there, and it's full of previous donations, so I just need to take that outside and take it to be donated. But let's go ahead and see what are in these boxes. There's no real list of what is in the boxes, at least not a specific one. It's just a bunch of stuff that never got unpacked when I moved into this house. There are going to be books in these boxes, DVDs, CDs, VHSs, the dreaded paper. No, not paper. Please, no more paper. Candles, scrapbooking supplies, childhood memorabilia. But let's go ahead and tackle these boxes. Here's box number 1, and it's packed with books. It's time to go through these, and I tried to put the boxes to donate into that box right there, but yeah, the hardcovers didn't fit, so I decided let's go ahead and remove all the boxes from this box here, and this box will actually be one that I send to donation. So I removed a bunch of books that I just want to take a look at, and then I will figure stuff out. We'll get it all sorted. So initially I was thinking, well, I'll keep the books that I want to keep in this box, but eventually I'm going to switch that, and we'll get to that. Yeah, well, which is right now. So here we are getting to it. But the books that I'm keeping, I'm putting in this little tote, and I'm going to put that in a separate box, I guess, for now, until I figure out where it's going to end up. There will be a little book cubby in the laundry room once that is all cleared out of the boxes. So, yeah. It's going to be saved and gone through again down the road. It's not the best system here. It'd be better if I had places for everything to go, but the places are not open yet, or not all of them anyway. So that's what we're going to do. This box will be for donation, and now I'm just going to go through these books, take a look at them, try and be realistic, determine whether, do I really need them? Are they books that I think I can get at the library? Are they books that are autographed? I'm more likely to keep those. Are they books that are in a series that I enjoy? I am keeping some of those. I'm pretty proud of myself, though, because I think that this is a box of books that I initially decided I was going to keep everything, and this time around I decided, you know what, I do not need to keep everything. There are some boxes or some books that can go out in my little library, and lots more that can go to places like Goodwill or what have you, so someone else can actually find them and use them. Here is a photo book of dogs. I think I'm going to put that out in my little library. Hopefully someone will find that and decide that that is a treasure. If not, I can always rotate it out of the little library and donate it instead. And now we are on to box number 2. And hopefully I'll show what is in here. Hi, Colty. I'm getting some doggy kisses. This box holds a variety of different items. It's got some magazines. We've got a few books. We've got a bunch of paper. But it's not too much paper. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's some paper, but not a huge amount. And thankfully, yeah, I can handle this. I came across a glasses holder with some glasses in it. So I'm going to donate the glasses somewhere where I'm going to donate all the others, all the other old ones. And here is a case for some headphones. And the headphones are also in there. But look, it's an unopened water bottle. Yay! So I decided it was time for some hydration. Yes, let's do it. Oh, here are the headphones. Now, I'm not entirely sure if these work, but I didn't want to spare the time. If they do work, I do like them, so I want to go ahead and keep them if they work. But I'll save that for later and get it all sorted out. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and put those headphones into the case and then put the case into the box, and I'll test it later. You can see I've got a lot of boxes surrounding me. I'm trying to keep the tall, skinny ones for the donation boxes because they're much easier to carry than the wider ones. And so my plan is to kind of transfer everything into the skinnier boxes. But yeah, now let's go ahead and look at some stuff in this box. And I came across some printed out ebooks. Way back in the olden days when I was first dabbling in ebooks. Sorry, I don't know what's up with my voice right now. Back when I printed these, it wasn't like it is now where you have books from all kinds of publishers. It was very much segregated, where you had traditional publishers and then you had ebook publishers, and they were publishing different things. So back then, I just was not really wanting to do ebooks. So if there was a book I wanted to read, I would print it out and read it that way. And now I am looking at these thinking, I don't think I'm going to read this again. And if I do, it won't be in this format. It was a good book. I'm sure I've got it on one of my old computers somewhere and will be able to download it that way if I ever need to use it again. So I'm just going to recycle the paper and call it good. Now I'm coming across other small things like notebook. I think I'm going to give that to my niece. It's pretty cute. Then I came across some other stories that I wrote. And the problem here is that, well, it's not a problem. The issue here is that I am not sure if I have digital copies. So, yeah. In this case, though, I realized that I know I've seen more recent copies, printed copies of these stories. So I'm just going to go ahead and let most of this go. There might be one or two things here that I go ahead and keep. But for the most part, I'm just trying to, pull apart the paper and get rid of the staples so that I can go ahead and recycle the paper. So that's pretty cool. Now I've got magazines, and I don't know why I struggle with magazines. All y'all who have magazines and struggle with letting them go, raise your hand. Now, if you've had issues in the past with magazines and have been able to let them go, share your tips, because I need them and other people may need them. So please share them in the comments. I would appreciate it so, so much. But sadly, magazines are going to have to be a problem for future me because I just can't right now. There's something about decluttering that just brings out the anxiety. And I really need to balance the anxiety with letting things go. And sometimes I have to let go of less in order to reduce the anxiety. And if that's the case, then that's the case. Because this is just my first pass at all of these items. It's my first time sorting them. I'm going to go ahead and get through what I can and let go of what I can. And that's going to have to be enough. That will have to be enough because I'm always going to come back and do something more. It's a continuing process. It's never going to just be over, one and done. I wish. I wish, but my mental health is part of this equation, so I gotta do my best and just keep on plugging away. Keep on peeling away. That's what this is all about. Now, I came across a couple of folders, and what was interesting was that the folders had trip details and trip memorabilia. I would print out directions to places. I had a dumb phone at the time of these trips. That's what I would call it. It was just a basic flip phone that really didn't have much in the way of, internet stuff. So I would print out these directions and put them in a folder, and I would take my folder when I would go on trips and use those directions to help me out. And here's a little friend. Here's a little guy come to help us. This is Colt. I love it when the guys come to check out what I am working on. That's always fun. And of course, the doggy door is right there where Colt is. So he can go out if he wants. All right. So anyway, back to my folders. I had a couple folders from a couple of trips, and the cool thing about it was that I found some programs so I can actually scrapbook the events that I went to those many years ago. One of them was a trip I took to San Francisco, and I have to say that is one of the best trips I've ever taken. I fell in love with San Francisco so much. I want to go back someday. That's a ways off though, because right now I am still trying to work up stamina so I can go to the movie theater. And here is a little drawing I had done when I went to a comic convention. I had one of the artists at the convention draw a picture of me dressed as Captain America. I actually have a little collection of those types of pictures, so when I come across all of them, I have come across several in my journeys, my declutter journeys. Several were in my scrapbook room. This one was in this box. Once I have them all, I want to set up a little photo gallery, and that will be pretty cool. All right, so then I came across something amazing. I came across a pile of photo strips that I took with a variety of friends and family members. See, this is why I need to go through the boxes, because I find real treasures like that. Even the memorabilia, it wouldn't, I'm happier to have it, but the photos are what I am going through all of the boxes for. So, yay! Maybe I will take a set of photos and work on it this weekend, see if I can get some scrapbooking going. I haven't done that in ages, at least a year. Okay, I came across a flashlight, which, that's always handy. Put that in my tool closet. There are a few things left in the bottom of that box, but other than that, we have reached the end of this particular box number 2 of this session. I am looking at these leggings. Yeah, Do I have enough leggings? Yes. Am I still keeping that pair? Yes. Sorry, it has skulls on it. I couldn't let it go. Now it's time for a little break. Let's get back at it. This is box number 3. Here it comes. It's another tall one. Oh boy. And we got more books. A little bit of paper, some stamp sets. A little bit of a mix in this one. So I'm just going to go through it. Well, that was an empty box. I put a whole empty box in this empty box. So that's going to be recycled. Here's a stamp that I am just going to donate. More stamp sets. More donations. Well, that one I kept. Here is a plastic bag that was in the box. So I thought, well, why not use this plastic bag to hold all of my recycling stuff? So let's do that. That came in handy too. Might as well. And I'm going to go ahead and pull apart this book that I printed and just do it this way. I'm pretty sure that the coil cannot be recycled, so I'm just going to recycle the paper, get rid of the coil, and keep it moving. So I've got a little trash bag over here too, in addition to my recycle bag. All right, let's see what else is in this magic box. Another stamp set, a couple of stamp sets. Some that I'm really liking, but yeah, I know that once I go through all of the boxes and see how many stamp sets are in there, I'm going to have to go through and get rid of more. I just am. Here is a notebook, and I put funny quotes from work in it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that for now. I spent a lot of time putting that together, so I'm going to keep it. Brings back some good memories. And yeah, I've got more books, and I'm letting go of many of them because, yeah, who needs them? I just figure there's so much stuff that I can just get from the library, you know? There's some that I want to keep, but most of it I can just let it go. I came across a bookmark, so I'll keep that. Actually have a box in my spare room that has all of my bookmarks. So I can keep them all together. More books. I have someone in mind to give these to. If that doesn't work out, then those will be donated as well. And still more books. So yeah, there is my third box. It was mostly books with a mix of papers, stamp sets, and other things. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything in my boxes to donate. I've got a few of those. A few of those boxes that need to be donated, so that's pretty cool. And I've got a cutie who's come over for some lovin'. And now he's doing a play bow. He's like, Mom, excuse me, what are you doing? We could be having fun. Let's have some fun. Oh, love this little guy. I'm glad he's got his little space back. All right, so we've reached the end of these 3 boxes. Let's take a look at our before and after. Here's our before. got 3 boxes ready to be sorted. And this is a tote of what I'm keeping, a bag of recycling, and now I've got more boxes of stuff ready to go out the door. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.